Alright, so we finally got the choices for the names of the subunits. I know they delayed a little while because they wanted to spend more time with all the amazing names they have here. But my question is, are these actually that amazing? This is what we got delayed for? Come on! And some of my names are not under. I get it. You know, my names aren't perfect. But I swear, my names are better than this, right, guys? I've seen you guys suggest better names than some of these options. But whatever. Let's go ahead and go to the website. There will be a link in the description where you guys can go ahead and vote. And let's put our market history in and see which of these groups will be, or which of these names will be the final ones for the subunits. So let's go ahead and jump to the site. Alright, so now I am on the voting site. Again, link in the description where you can go and participate in this. And I currently have this Google translated from Japanese, so you can see a lot of these descriptions are in fact in Japanese. In fact, we only have one that's actually in English. So, sucks to be us. None of ours probably got in there. But let's go ahead and go look. Keep in mind, the application, they're saying it's going to be May 28th when that's going to close. So, you got about 10 days to vote in here. So, here they got the explanation for a bunch of the names. So, for example, like the first one is Ka M. And the explanation is the Ka is from Kano, star is just star, and M is from May. I'm guessing. I'm not sure how Suman is involved in this whatsoever. But yeah, so that's one of them. The next one, for example, is Kachu, which is supposed to sound like catch you. And they use the word cats because they like cats. I'm like, okay. I'm assuming they all do like cats. I don't know for sure. And they show expressions of cats like being cool, which I guess they can be cool. That's not really their dominant personality. Being spoiled? Which of these girls are spoiled? Like Ren, I guess? Not to me? I mean, I get May. Her thing's cat, but I don't know. Being noisy? Sumina, I guess, is knowing with Cuckoo? But like seriously though, I really don't get it. The explanation doesn't make sense to me, but you know, it's just a name. There's Mary Seeker. I know a handful of people seem to be leaning towards this one. I think it's an okay name. I don't know what to say, but one thing you will note is that all the first letters of each girl is included. M, S, and K. Those are capitalized. Sure, why not? I guess it's better than some of the other ones I've seen. This one is supposed to be Meteor plus a T. So what they're explaining in here is, yes, you can see Meteor, and they have ME, which is May. Sumina has RE, and then Shibuya has the backwards R, which I guess is Russian, I believe. And that's supposed to be Ya. And that relates to Shibuya. That's such a far stretch. I don't get that whatsoever. Yeah, that just really confuses me. We got Agraxia. So basically, they've since Liella is Spanish, and you know, since Canon is a quarter Spanish, they're going to be using a Spanish word again. This is a combination of agradable, which means fun in Spanish apparently, and Galaxia, which is galaxy. So Agraxia, or however you pronounce it in Spanish. And that's where we got that word. And, you know, I guess it sounds kind of interesting. A little tough to say, but we got the girl that literally does galaxy and it's Spanish. I could see some merit to it. A little goofy of a name, but, you know, it's better than some of the other ones. Next one we got Mewpole. So we're back to the cat theme again, apparently. And basically, Mew is the sound the cats make. Mew, like that. And Maple. And since a lot of girls are the color of autumn, you know, that's something I even mentioned in some of my names, but mine weren't picked. That, you know, we have Maples. And Maple, Mew, combined together, Mewpole. I really don't understand why they're so fixated on cats here. Next one we got is Aprecia, which I guess is a combination of French and Spanish. Kind of like how Liella was with Lier and whatever it was. I can't remember. But a combination of Appreciate and Musica. I think that's a relatively interesting idea, I guess. Again, I'm not 100% sure what this has to do with the girls, but whatever. And then Harain. So, rainbow, sunny plus rain. They all have a cool image, which... Why do people think these girls are cool? The unit B is the cool unit, if anything. But they also have a cute side, so I think it's something to do something with similar heroines. I don't know. The translation is not very helpful for me. For B, we got kaleidoscope, so you know, kaleidoscope plus score, and then you combine those two words to get kaleidoscope. Okay, I mean, it sounds alright. I'm not entirely sure what they had to do with, you know, kaleidoscopes and all that, or all the fun, weird effects that happen. Next we have Liella, and basic idea is they have all of those colors. We have Cuckoo's kind of a light blue, Ren is more of a darker blue, and then Win's kind of got that purple color. So you kind of have that bluish purple kind of thing. And they're taking the word blue purple from German, which is Blaulila. I don't know if that sounds like the most kind of pretty name, but to be fair, they had done some things in German before, like I think Mahenstar, or how do you say that, Mahenstar, for Kanta song. And if you remember, Wien, or schools you wanted to go to, is in Vienna, and Vienna is in Austria, I believe. And Austria, those people do speak German, I'm not mistaken. So I guess that's not too far of a stretch, especially because, you know, when it's actually in this group, when it was in this group, I would have a lot of questions. And they also go on and talk about how, you know, hydrangeas can have that color and they can be family and harmony, and they all have a family, I guess, right? But just from the name itself, I don't know, it could be alright, I would say. Next up we have is Frappe, and Frappe, you know what Frappe is. If you ever had a Frappe from like Starbucks and such, just kind of a drink, sweets, you know, you can have it like coffee or chocolate and such. And we know Cuckoo's symbol is ice cream, so I guess that's a thing. We know Ren's was tea. I guess you can have tea frappe. I guess you could have that, right? And then Wien is the butterfly, so yeah, it doesn't really relate to her per se, but I think it's an okay name. Now we have Poralia. So they took over from Polaris, which, fun fact, I believe Cuckoo say he was singing a song called Polaris. I don't know if they actually going to mention that, but not that important. But that means the North Star, which they're saying is a triple star. And of course, you know, this is from the group Love Live Superstar, right? So I guess it's a little far stretch of a, I would say, but the bottom line is like, does the name sound cool? And I guess okay. There's Kucoat. I don't know, how do you say that? Q-coat. Yeah, Q-koto. So Q-coat, or Q-koto, so they're saying the fact that they got Kaka from Cuckoo, Rennen, and Maru, numbers are connected. That, I don't, okay, I don't even understand that. I have to spend more time. Good luck figuring that out, guys. So then, next up we have this Suki Renka. So they're saying that Vienna means the moon that represents the tranquility at night, love meaning longing, and Kaka meaning glamour. So it's a combination of things that they put together to form this name. And if you'll know, this name, if they are going to take this name, it's going to be, I wonder if they're going to make that strictly Japanese. And they haven't really done that yet in Love Live for unit names, because every time they did have a name, it was always in the characters that we're familiar with, the Roman letters. So I don't know how much of a chance it has. Those stuff tend to die, especially based on a lot of fans that are not in Japan. So I mean, I guess there's potentially some interesting idea with it, but good luck with that. And we have try notes. I still don't understand what this is, right? There's such a big focus on the fact that there's 3 girls that there's nothing unique about having 3 members here. Honestly. No, but that's part of what the focus is here. You got 3 notes, 3 girls, notes, music. Wow. I'm not a really big fan, honestly. 3 is not a special group number. There's so many girls with 3. When we have something like 4 or 2 or 5, that's something unique. And most subunits are just 3, so I don't see why people are trying to focus that hard on it. And we have Milkarat. Yeah, okay. They were telling us it's going to be pronounced Miruka Kato. No. Miruku Rato. Rato. Okay. So they combined mil, which of course means 1,000, and carat, which is, you know, carats. That's the measurement where you measure basically how big a gemstone is, especially like think like diamonds. So I guess they're trying to say 1,000 carats. That's pretty big. But they want something where it's a really big gemstone. But again, what does this have to do with these girls specifically? That's my problem. It doesn't have to do anything with them. Not that the name can't work, but I don't know, man. I'm not crazy about it either. For Unit C, we have Tribe, which is just tribe plus tribe. Easy, it makes sense, but why though? You want a group that's all about trying? Like, are these girls a tribe? Do you want them to have that kind of image? Often when a lot of people think about tribes, they probably think of more like Native Americans. Is that the image that we want from these girls? I don't know. I don't really like that. Then we have Bampy Dancy. So why are the heck we're calling this? They're saying that we have the tallest and shortest members. And I guess just in Liella, the tallest girl is now in Hasuna Sora, I guess. And then the shortest member. And the members who are bumpy in various ways gathered. So the English word bumpy, which means bumpy. What? It's used for dance. It's coined word made together. Both Bampy and Dancy don't make sense with just word. I want to make... What? Yeah, what the frick does this even mean? So I guess they're trying to combine the word bumpy and dance, and they get Bampy, but then they want to put Dancy after that. That is so weird. I really don't like that name. That sounds so dumb to me, honestly. I'm not trying to be mean, but I really don't want this name, please. Dear God, no. This doesn't make any sense to me. Ugh. Okay, then we got, I guess, synchronize, and you replace the S with a 5. Wow, what a novel concept. But basically, what they're saying, Unit C's dance was character. I guess a lot of people are thinking that their focus is going to be on dancing, and excitement of height of synchro. I guess synchro types of music. And they're going to combine that word with rise, so that's how to get synchro plus rise, you get synchronize, which in itself can be, I think it's kind of an interesting, cool sounding name, but I don't know, it just looks weird with the 5 being replacing S. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of how that looks. Potentially based on a logo, how do you design it, it could be more interesting to look. Oh, it could be worse, honestly. We got Candy Fountain. It's a fountain candy, I guess, and they have a variety of different personalities. I think that's fine. Especially if they want that kind of image of a bunch of girls that are all sweet. I guess you can do Candy Fountain. We got Quintem, which is a combination of, or it's like Quintetum, which is quintet plus rhythm. And easy enough to understand where this comes from. Quintet, they really want to focus on the fact they have 5, and then they all have rhythm together as dancers. Sure. I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I guess that's so. I guess I get it. Then we have Mimi Liest. So Mimi, meaning very cute from French, and then they took the word performance in German, Lichtjung, or however you say that. So Mimi Liest. So I guess they want a very cute performance. I don't know. I mean, Least kind of looks very similar to Least, and there's like they're the least cute. I don't know. That's just what my mind goes to. I don't know if I really care for this. Then we got the Cinquatre, and so you can obviously see Cinq, which is 5. Or I guess if you're going for French, it's cent. Cinq or something. I can't. My French is bad. And then Quatre, I guess they're focusing on the fact that there's 4 seasons. So we got 5 and 4 together, which is a little odd of a combination, I would say. But Cinq and Quatre, Cinquatre, and I guess at least in the name-wise, it kind of seems interesting. But like, why 5 and 4? And yeah, it's 4 seasons. Because they're saying that 5 people's name contains letters that are associated with the season. So, sure, I don't know. And last up, we have Step Up, except we replaced the S with a 5. I know a handful of people seem to be more for this, but hey, at least somebody outside Japan got something in here, right? So, more or less, since the union's focusing on dancing, they're gonna step up and get better. I mean, don't all groups want to step up and get better though? And they just replaced the 5. I don't know. It's kind of lame in my opinion, but I don't think it's the worst. I think there's definitely some worse options. But that's basically all the choices, and then you can go and explain each section. You know, why did you pick this one? If you have a better reason than whatever these are, but I don't know. Well, yeah, so those are all the choices. Yeah, I know none of mine made it. No, I'm not surprised. But every time, I swear, I make ideas that are at least better than these. Some of these are just yikes. I don't know, man. No, I do not get it. I know a lot of you guys said some of these ideas are stupid, and it's hard for me to disagree with some of these options. But what are my favorites out of these? I kind of like Adraxia. It's kind of interesting. It sounds kind of cool. And, you know, we get Galaxy in there. Even though that's not the most abundantly obvious, that's what it's coming from. But it sounds kind of cool. And, you know, you get a little Spanish in there. And it kind of does make sense because we have Conwell in there. Although she's only a quarter Spanish. For the second group, flowers are cool, right? Liella, or however you're gonna say that. At some point, I'll try to make an effort to learn that if that becomes a thing. I think that kind of sounds nice. Frappe is okay. Clyde's score, I mean, I see what they're trying to do, but I'm not crazy about it. Poralia, I think that's not too shabby of a sounding name. And Tsukirenka, I think is also alright. The rest I'm not crazy about. And for the last one, man, I'm not sure about the last one. What do I even want to see? I don't know. Synchronize or something. As long as I don't see Bampy Dancy, that would probably be okay. What most of the other options are just fine to me. Bampy Dancy, I honestly, no. Please, please, dear God, no. Tribe is probably the second least favorite out of these choices. What the heck is Bampy Dancy? My God, I can't. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, so once you get your options, you can put your name in and go explanations and hit the next button and then do confirmation. Well, yeah, that's going to be more or less it. So those were the names, and one of these names for each of the groups will be the final ones. And in the end, they're just names. There's definitely some names that I wasn't crazy about when they first released, and I feel better about them now, but not true for every single case. Like I remember for Nijigaku, I really liked Asuna, and I'm so glad that one won. Quartz was okay. I wasn't crazy about it, but just what's important is the songs that they release. And Quartz has released a lot of good songs. And in the end, that's what all that really truly matters, for at least for me in the end. But at least you can put your mark in history and go ahead and try to influence the votes. Please don't vote Bampy Dancy. Please make sure that one dies. I'm not happy with that one. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. And what are your choices for these? Let me know that in the comments below. And thanks you guys for watching. And I hope to catch you guys in another video soon.